Peace, family. Peace, love, and power for the journey. Um, you have to be able to meditate, to elevate, to rise above things, whatever it is in your life. I always say, because what I see is that meditation is listening to God. It's listening to the God in you, the God above you. They are the same, however you see it. You know what I mean? It's your higher self as well speaking to you. And you have to be able to listen to the God in you, to the God above you, to your higher self during this time, at all times in your life, because what many of us don't realize is that this simulation, the simulation is what you make it, for one. Thank you, Spirit. But this simulation is designed that way. The distractions are not going to stop. In the game, they're not going to let you win easily. It's not necessarily set up for you to win easily. Most people don't appreciate things unless they've had to really work for them. Like, unless those things, people, places, whatever it is, did not come easy to them, they don't typically appreciate that, right? So you have to realize that when you're going through things in your life, when you're striving to achieve goals, when you are walking in your purpose, it ain't easy, but somebody got to do it, right? But the reward is great. But in the middle of that, pursuing your purpose, working to achieve your goals, and anything else that this game of life throws you, you have to meditate, because it helps you remember that you're in the simulation. I'm telling you, at least it does for me. It helps you remember who you are. It helps you remember your power, your authority. Remember, you meditating, right? You listening to the God above you, the God in you. They're the same inside of you, outside of you, however you see it, right? Your higher self, right? You have to listen to them when there are so many things, so many obstacles, so many trials and lessons and experiences that you signed up for on this journey. You have to meditate to stay balanced between the two. You're not going to be up there all the time. You shouldn't be down there all the time. There should be a balance. But in order to levitate in life, to rise above things, to get to a higher level, to become a better version of yourself, you have to meditate, because your higher self is your biggest fan, really. Some people want fans, and it's like they don't even talk or listen to their biggest fan. Your higher self wants to see you always walk in your God power, your divine power, to know your authority. And it just wants you to learn the lessons while you're down here in the simulation. You can't think that people that are trying to win the game or keep the game rigged against their side, right? The people who would benefit the most from staying on top, you can't think they're going to make it easy for you to win. But when you know you win anyway, you ain't even worried about the win. You ain't even worried about it, But that doesn't mean that in this human avatar, in this game called life, that you're not going to get caught up in the simulation sometime, and you're going to need a reminder. That's why you have to meditate. Elevate up out of here. If you're supposed to be walking in a purpose, a higher purpose, you need to be reaching high for your inspiration, for your motivation, for your strength, for your resilience. You already have to maneuver through the simulation. It's like, use your biggest fan, your lifeline, whenever you can. Why would you not? And it's given freely to you. As well as when you're going through things, your spirit team is given freely to you. All you gotta do is tap into them. And I know that it's difficult, because I literally was just saying, like, oh, and I show gratitude for every time that I'm able to meditate, listen to the God in me, the God above me, right? It's the same to my higher self, to my biggest fan, to the head coach, to say, yeah, I see what's going on, but do you remember who you are? And it's like, when you learn how to do that, you realize all your power and authority is within you. It's not outside of you. You don't have to look for fans, because you already got the biggest one that's for your highest good right there with you. You don't have to look outside of yourself anymore. And even sometimes when you down here in these streets, you know, or they show you, when you go in and out of those dimensions, when you rise higher, when you meditate to elevate, right? They show you, and you just come back down and you remember. You remember, like, hey, it's just a game. And here, even if it ain't, why don't I just play it and find out? You know, I can very much say, as a person who used to take life seriously, don't take it that damn serious. It ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It really is, because, you know, everything is divine. It's something is supposed to happen. It's going to happen anyway, whether you worried about it or not, however you see it is positive or negative. But I saw a quote today, and I'm paraphrasing. It basically said something like, you know, live your life, every moment of it, because you don't want to regret looking back and you like, damn, I was just in a simulation. I could have been doing this, this, and this. Yeah, live your life, every moment of it. If you don't like something, change it. Like, you really are a divine creator. You create the life you desire. Don't let them tell you that. And we get cheat codes. I'm telling you, in this game called life, you got to meditate to get your cheat code, though, tribe. I'm just telling you. You have to meditate to get the cheat codes. Don't tell nobody I told you. And it's like, I'm gonna be honest, it's almost at this point, because it's difficult, as I must say myself, to meditate, because all of the distractions they're throwing at you. It's almost like when people say, if you want to hide something, put it in a book. Baby, let me tell you something. The Most High said, I'm hiding it in meditation. You better come talk to me. You better talk to the God in you, the God above you. However you see it, you better talk. Thank you, Spirit. And listen. Because at this time, thank you, Big Mama, it's going to require more listening than speaking. As a person who knows that my purpose is to speak, that is true. It is going to require more listening to your higher self, to God, to whoever you see as God. If you see God as yourself, if you see God as somebody else, it's going to require more listening at this phase to get to where you want to be. And don't believe me, search within, because all of your power, your authority, and your answers are there. So make sure you meditate to levitate, family, to elevate and rise above any and all things. The cheat codes are there. Thank me later, and I'm sending you peace, love, and so much power for this journey, family. I truly know that we need it.